Namaste. Tic tac, patty whack, give a dog a bone. This chubby lady going rolling home down the tic tac streets. Okay, just outside doing my walk. So I figured I would do my 10-minute walk. Sometimes I do 3 walks, but in 10-minute intervals. And I'm trying to lose the old bread box. Okay. Anyhow, we'll see what happens. So I just stay healthy. But a couple of things I want to talk about. And this sunny day in Texas. Then again, it's always a sunny day in Texas. Where the seasons don't only have one, and the season is always summer, with maybe 3 weeks of winter. But that doesn't happen until January, February. Then we get snow in March. No, snow in May. Hailstorms in May and June. Okay, let me stay in the... Let me go out here, because it's shadier over where my cars are. Okay, so what I want to talk about is Gypsy's new videos. Okay, of course. There's a couple of problems that I have. Number one is that story that she told about Aurora supposedly crawling on the rug, doing the army crawl on the rug, even though she is, what is she, 10 months? She's 10 months old now. Okay, well, she was born December 28th, allegedly. Okay, just say she was. Then that would make her, she's almost a year. Okay, so yeah, do some babies just crawl and not hold on to furniture and not stand? Yeah, but you should check that out with your doctor. You notice that she's never going to doctor's appointments? So you could say, oh, well, maybe she goes to doctor's appointments and she doesn't want to tell anybody. But she could always tell people what happened after the doctor appointment. Right? I don't want to give her any ideas. But anyhow, sorry, I put on lipstick and it's burning me. And then I put on a filter because I felt like I looked terrible. So I'm about to wash my hair. Anyhow, I figured I'd get my first 10-minute walk in. So, just gonna keep on moving. 62-year-old. If that's all I could do, then that's all I could do. Anyhow, so if she's in fact in an apartment, so they moved from a house to an apartment. So what does she have? 2 bedrooms. So and we know that she just bought another bed. She didn't buy another bed for Ken. She bought another bed for herself. Okay? I don't know if a lot of people picked up on that, but I did. Okay? And you don't have to be a psychic to pick up on these clues that she's throwing down. She's doing it by accident. Trust me. She didn't realize. But anyhow, when you have a baby that was born in December, okay, it's October. It's mid-October right now. So in less than 2 months, she will be 1 year old, allegedly. 12 months old, right? So she should at least be pushing herself up, or in that infamous playpen that we don't see it anymore, right? I don't think it's set up anymore. Okay? And in that playpen, we never see her like holding on to the edges and just like walking like hand over hand. Let me show you. It's hard to do outside. Like hand over hand, like cruising. Okay, I gotta keep walking. So you never see her do that, right? And that's what a baby her age should be doing. And I'm not throwing any kind of hate or shade. Everybody's, babies do things at their own rate, but there are certain milestones that have to be done. And she doesn't have to show the baby's face. She could show put a blur on it, on her. She could put, a thing up like she did when the baby was crawling. But that baby that was crawling looked about 4 or 5 months, 6 months tops. Okay, so if that's their baby, her and Ken's baby, okay, so she's extra small, but then the baby she fed on the couch had very, was extra big and took up Gypsy's whole body when she was holding her. So they have 2 babies. Maybe they have 3. Well, my point is, whether she's in an apartment or a house or in a closet, she should be feeding that baby throughout the day. Poor little Parker went over to his water bowl, looked up at her, looked back down at his bowl. I don't know, maybe there was food in there, but he seemed like he was not satisfied. And he kept walking, looking up at Gypsy, then looking back down again at his bowl. So please, Gypsy, if you see this, please, and I know you will, please go over and put water in that bowl. Make sure there's water in his bowl all the time. Okay? Make sure that you take him out for little walks. Get the baby in the stroller. Get the dog. And even if you just go in the yard or just out front and back, out in the sunshine, okay? Other than that, make sure that the dog is eating. He's awfully skinny. Worried about him, okay? And if your man is working 66 hours a week or whatever, that means you're supposed to hold it down in the house with the baby and the dog and the housework. Okay, so why aren't you feeding that baby? She should be in a sassy seat. She should be eating eggs in the morning. You should be, waking up at a good, decent time and not going on live for 2 hours. How could you possibly be online and taking care of a baby? Okay, I know Miss Rachel is taking care of the baby. Okay, whatever happened to, I will never put a screen in front of my daughter until she's 16. That didn't last long. Okay, so the thing is, you're supposed to be playing with her, reading books to her, and you could say, oh, I'm doing all that, I just don't do it on camera. Well, if you're spending 2 to 3 hours and then half hour to check everybody else's videos, anybody that said anything about you, then you are not spending enough time taking care of her, because she should be having 3 meals a day in a sassy seat, in a high chair. Where's the high chair? Where's the high chair in the kitchen? Oh, you can't show it without the baby in it? Are you going to go out and buy one now? Because I said that. Sassy seat, a sassy seat and a high chair, or just put her on, what was it, a phone book. She should be able to hold up her head by now and hold her own bottle, okay? She might not want to hold her own bottle, but that's what you have to teach her. She should be going on to a sassy cup, okay? Anyway, there's a lot of holes in your story, okay? I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. That's okay. That's fine. All right? It could be true, but it doesn't seem true. If it is true, please pay more attention to that baby than you do social media, because she deserves the best. She deserves that. I'm not going to tell you what I think about the Halloween costumes, because it's proof that you don't even know what size to buy her. You bought her a newborn costume and then a costume that's 18 to 24 months. You see, I pay attention. Okay? No good for a baby that is 2 sizes. 2 different sizes. 2 dolls. Oh, sorry.